we are looking at episode 4 of Eahnders Game. This is to follow up on 3 episodes that were done as an upload to YouTube Raw and Unscripted. However, because it's just a narrative kind of thing, and I've been speaking over Eahnders Game throughout the first 3 episodes, which, if you haven't seen them, by all means go and take a peek at them. Seems like the natural progression in that we're going to pursue more of this expedition in the game, but we'll do it in a live kind of format. Now, I'm going to apologize right off the hop in that I really have no idea how to do these kind of things. This is just one big experiment, and it's kind of being done for posterity. The idea was I wanted to take some worlds that I had in Minecraft from Nintendo Switch, and I wanted to see if I might be able to save them for later use and to explore once I'd moved them over to PC. And that's kind of led me to recording and doing some editing and things like that. But I've wanted to keep it as raw and unscripted as possible. And so the first 3 episodes are very much just what I was able to put together and piece together. And it's been quite a challenge, to say the least. And the new challenge is looking to do a live broadcast for episode 4. Now, I tried to do this a couple hours ago and ran into all sorts of problems. And I'm hoping that the audio on the mic and everything is now working, so we might be able to dive into this and actually get a little bit of gameplay going. So with that, I'll just give it a moment here, and I'll see if we have got the echoes gone and the mic voice coming through, and maybe this might be usable. So bear with me for a moment as I work through that and kind of verify things, and before long we'll be getting into our craft, and Eahnders Game will continue. Stand by, my dragons. Okay, I've ran through the audio options, and I'm hoping that this is coming through okay for anybody that might just be out that way. We are diving into episode 4, Llama Llama Duck. And it's kind of been a Llama Llama Duck experience here as we try to figure out how to go live in the first place. Duck, duck, goose, and I was getting a lot of ducks and no geese. But in the spirit of just honking away at it and trying to make things work the best we can, I'm going to dial back the gameplay music a little bit because it seems to come in and out pretty heavily depending on what track Minecraft is playing. So I've taken it down a little bit. With any luck, that's going to sound a little bit better for anybody that might be kicking around in the Dragon's Den of chat. And I'm doing my best to have chat up so I can see it as well. Now, I've never had the experience of having chat up while I'm playing, so I really don't know if I'm going to be able to pay attention to inventory, if I'm going to be able to pay attention to my thoughts and the things that are drifting in and out as I'm playing the game, and then adding chat in there and my complete, just being a complete beginner as far as being live first place. All I can say is I will do the best. I type these the best I can. Alright, so that goes out to chat. Perhaps you folks can let me know if you're actually seeing that on your end. And in a moment or two, we will dive into it if the levels are somewhat acceptable. So, gameplay music is going to come down a bit more. And then we'll see if this will get us off and running. Alright, so that's one of those louder tracks that we just worked through from Minecraft. Some of them come in real hot and heavy, and the levels are really high, and other ones come in pretty quietly, and it's almost too quiet, you might say. So with the music on, it's going to be hard for us to know which is the right way to do these. But let's see if we can spend a little bit of time in game, and I guess we'll get a better feel of it as we go along. If anybody happens to be along for the ride, by all means, you can give me a little bit of an update in the chat, and that would verify for me if I'm actually seeing the chat come through properly in the first place. And I'll do my best to try to alter things as we move along. Oh, my lord. Okay, that sounded like an Enderman. And, oh, I forgot about our little oinker here. Hey, buddy. And there's somebody growling outside. Okay, very unsettling, to say the least. Let's see if we can get a few things organized. What a good puppy. Okay, there's all sorts of fun happening outside our door right now. What has happened? Who is growling? There's Dolly. Hi, Dolly Llama. Speaking of Llama Llama Duck, or Llama Llama Goose. Can't even remember what the title screen said. What are they? This guy's got a shovel. Oh. Okay. Hiding out in the shade. Throwing shade. We don't need that around on our island. Come on now. This isn't island. Island? Ireland? It's Ireland! So we had some bones, some things that we're just kind of putting away here. I don't think we'll be taking our puppy on an excursion at the moment. But last episode, we had run into what appeared to be a sign that was drawing us into, well, hopefully the right path. I took it as a good sign. This is the thing about signs. You never know how to interpret them. But being orange and having such an affinity with the color orange, it certainly seems like we were being asked to go take a peek. And so I think the intention is, as a test run, for being live stream in the first place, and not really know what we're doing, one way or the other, I think that is a reasonable place to start. Okay, I really don't know what all those sounds are, but they are getting the better of me right now. Perhaps if we had some torches, we would be looking in better shape. So as I'm taking quick inventory here, I'm becoming painfully aware of how little we have gathered as far as wood. And our pickaxes and everything are in bad shape. So really we don't have what we need to get going on anything in particular anyway. These sticks, I suppose, could come in handy. I'm beginning to think that perhaps we are back to the Stone Age as far as what we're going to be able to use. So why don't we equip ourselves with a few items that could come in handy. Pickaxes, an axe, some shovels. That's what you call a stone sword these days. I've only got 2 iron as I'm taking a look at how we've left ourselves off. We really didn't leave ourselves a nicely dealt hand here at all, did we? Okay, so first things first, we're going to need some wood. Now, I'd planted some trees in preparation for this, so instead of getting ourselves in trouble, I vote... Oh, I totally forgot about the tree decapitator. You have to apologize. I'll have to apologize. With other things going on, it had taken me a while to kind of come back to this, so I'm a little discombobulated. But in addition to that, trying to figure out how to make this work as a live broadcast has been an extreme distraction as well. I'm thinking now, since we have baddies hiding out around all of these trees, it would make a lot of sense for us just to get rid of them, wouldn't it? There we go. That feels a lot better already. Less places for them to hide. Less paranoia for this guy. So that can be made into some wood. And I feel like, oh, look at this. Had completely forgotten that we had iron sitting here waiting for us. If we were to take half of this and half of this, we don't really need the glass at the moment, so we'll put this away. Maybe that's enough stone for the time being. And suddenly I feel like my stone stuff was kind of completely unnecessary. So enough of that. We do not need to be going back to the age of Neanderthals. We have been saved. And iron is the way of the future. I really am enjoying the carpet in our lovely abode here. Very, very nicely done. I guess the apple can go back for food. Speaking of food, are we carrying enough food to even go on an adventure? Thinking maybe these potatoes wouldn't be a bad idea to turn them into baked potatoes, slightly more usable. Fiddle-dee-dee potatoes. And the charcoal, on the other hand, that would be lovely for the making of the torches that we're going to need. I might be able to find some sticks here. How about some of those? Oh, I think it's shift, right? Oh, look at that. Look at me. We're advancing. The shift button allows you to make the items all at once. Oh, the more you know. Pumpkins can go away. We've got some wood. I don't think we need to carry iron with us, but maybe we'll just keep it on hand. A little bit of charcoal. The wood can stay out. Bread's good for eating. Compass and bed and that kind of thing can move away. The stone sword is probably beneath us now that we realized we did actually leave some things for us. And so we are very much in the Iron Age. I don't imagine that we're going to be fishing if we're going to be heading out caving. But I'm looking at, I suppose we could use some arrows. But let's see if we can just stick our head into this cave and see what it is that we're dealing with first, because I don't even know what to expect over this way. So why don't we move our feet, leave the safety of our island, and we'll see what we see over here. Because we've never actually gone down this way. So I could be going towards a cave that I don't even know what we're into. And this isn't the one where we saw the orange sign, mind you, but because I've been staring at this from across our island the whole time, I've been very curious as to see what might be down this way as we're letting our baked potatoes cook on the other side. So that's dripstone. And I don't think we've collected any dripstone as of yet, have we? If we could get another way such as dripstone to possibly save us some coal, from what I understand, lava can be a very effective way to heat things up. Look at this. We might have like a little channel that goes right through to the other side. Maybe this is a thorough way that we could use in the future. Okay, where'd we come out? Hello? Who's this guy? Okay, well, we found some friends. And they like growling. Hi, friends. Alright, maybe we'd do well to torch a bit of this up. Ow. Okay, there's probably a good reason for the baddies at this point. I have again forgotten that nighttime is forever a challenge. It's like the one thing you have to remember in this game. So, our baked potatoes are calling. Oh. Did that sound like a skeleton to anybody? I swear, I'm hearing things left, right, and center. Oh my god. Woo! Okay. That's perfectly normal, right? Having that many people coming to say hello to you? Sure. That's fine. What progress? Hey guys, what's going on? So, I guess our spawn proofing is just slightly subpar, I guess would be the best way to put it. We did manage to get some dripstone. And that'll do for the baked potatoes at this point. Will that be enough to sustain us? Of course there's monsters around. Are you kidding me? They're everywhere. I know, buddy. I know. I don't want to let you out there to gnaw on their legs, though, because I don't have any armor for you. I feel that would be irresponsible as a pet owner. Rough. Alright. They forgot about us for a moment. Maybe we'll be okay. So that gives us a bit of a fresher start. The question is can we remember where we saw the orange cave in the first place? And it seems to me it was up over the ridge where we just kind of popped out from that, sticking our head into that smaller cave. I think it's just over this way. Now, we kind of jumped down the cliff, and by jump, I mean broke my ankles as I fell off of it in just spectacular fashion. It was going to be, in my mind, it was a beautiful swan dive. It was going to be spectacular, like Olympic diving, really nicely played, and fell off the top of the cliff and broke my ankles. Lovely, just a beautiful fail. Um, but I did. I swear. The jump button, I think it was episode 3, this being episode 4, I think it was episode 3. I definitely pressed the jump button. And I suppose I can't deny that that I must have hit it a fraction too late. However, we are back, and we're not only back, but we are back and we are live. So in the spirit of Ender's Game, this has all been as raw and unedited as possible, and what better way to pursue that kind of feel with some pretty chill, very ineptly played Minecraft. What better way than to do it live? Now, the problem with that is, first, being an inept Minecraft player and trying to get somewhat okay with controls on a PC as opposed to a console or a Nintendo Switch specifically. But there's also all of the live streaming stuff and things that go on as well. So, I hope you understand that I feel like I have at least 13 balls up in the air and trying to balance them all and trying to juggle them all. And so I'm just trying to bring my blood pressure down a little bit and see if I might be able to keep calm and carry on for just a little bit here to see if being live in Minecraft on a PC and being uncomfortable with all of that is even something that I might be able to handle, or my brain just may simply explode. I could have sworn that our cave was over here. Maybe we'll stick to the high ground and see if we might be able to break through. I would want to break through. And maybe we'll have a better vantage point. We'll be able to, once again, find our orange sign. Oh, that's a really... Like, am I just on the wrong ridge altogether? Are we too far this way? It's tough to tell. If I was much better at paying attention and at navigating, I probably would have thought to take note of where we'd lost our dog and then regained him and saw the sign. Signs everywhere, sign. Hey, cow. Have you seen our sign? Have you seen my baseball? Snow. I don't remember if there was snow, to be honest with you. Not that I have anything against snow, but as we come into spring, I'm kind of okay saying goodbye to it for a little bit. I'd prefer an orange... Okay, so this is the river. This is where we found our best friend again. And then we came up in here and we found a broken nether portal, I believe, just in this direction after we had come up over that ridge with our dog. Oh, see, look at that. We're back home already. So it must be over in this direction somewhere. Off yonder through the fields. And I'm quite sure we weren't in snow. I don't recall seeing snow. So maybe this is the correct ridge? Are we in the right... Okay, folks. My dragons. Anybody that watched the first 3 episodes, whoever you are, if there are any, did we go over here or did we go over here? Where are we going? Hey. Oh. Is this the broken nether portal? I think it is. What's this? Oh, yeah. There's our nether portal right there. Okay. So then from there, we kind of wrapped around to see what might be. Wow. That's amazing. I don't think we built across, did we? Oh, here's the pumpkins. Success. Look at us go. Are you kidding me? Never any doubt. We knew exactly what was going on. So this is the sign. This is what Billy Gorgon had pointed out to us. We must smash a pumpkin in celebration or two. All right. So how do we handle this? It seems like we're on like just a few blocks of over treachery. So if this is going to be our go-to, and we've got to get down anyway. Oh, look at this. Much better. And looks like a pretty... Hey, boys. What's happening? Yes, come into the sunlight. Did that other guy just... Yeah, he took a dive. Yep. Ow. Thanks for the boost. Alright, skeletons are not my favorite. At least until I've got some armor and what have you. Like, I mean, I know we've got a little bit of armor going on now, but it's really that I have nothing much to fight back with them. A shield goes a long way, of course, but I really need some arrows so I can mess them around. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that I was able to enlist your help there. Okay. And... brave, 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 brave Sir Varbon. We are going to turn our tail, and we have fled. We are making a lot of progress. Creepers and skeletons do not scare us. Not even a little bit. Ooh, I don't know if you guys noticed, but our orange sign was so exciting that the health bar has changed, and my slappy salmons are in my food bar. And having that extra bit of orange in celebration of finding this as the place to go has just brought so much immense joy. I've been looking forward to actually getting out and exploring this for so long. And like I say, trying to somehow just figure out how to do this live. Because essentially that's all I've been doing for this entire thing is I've been playing and raw and unscripted and just kind of chatting away to myself. And so a live stream is exactly where I guess this was naturally supposed to go the entire time. I just didn't have the know-how. I didn't have the technology. I still don't. So I'm terribly sorry for any grievances that you may have as far as how these things should be done. But I'm not interested in making things that are really polished. I'm not really interested in any of that. I want it to be a very natural kind of thing, and what happens, happens. But there's a danger to that, of course. It means there's no rewrites. Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but when you're mining in Minecraft, you kind of feel like there's always a baddie looking over your shoulder. I felt like there was somebody right on me there. My spidey sense was tingling. Now, we didn't really come here for coal. What we wanted to do is see if this would be exactly what the sign had promised us in our mind. Is this a viable way down to the depths that isn't too close or too far from our homestead? And if that's the case, then this perhaps could be the place where we can come many times for all sorts of different resources. So, in that spirit of exploration and expanding our horizons, we may as well collect some of the resources that are easily found here. The iron just across the way looks extremely enticing to me. I certainly feel as though it's getting darker much quicker. This seems to be my permanent dilemma in that I have no sense of what time it is at any given time. And so we always get attacked because I am just out wandering and meandering around. Oh, iron. Okay, you guys heard that, right? Must have. I can't be the only one. Little jumpy here. And, ooh. All right. Why does it have to be so incredibly treacherous to get down here? Like, I don't mind the idea of just riding the waves and popping down. That's okay. But because this is a cave that I think may be fruitful, again, we were given a sign. I want it to be fairly easily accessible in the future as well. So we can return for future expeditions. Here's the dripstone again. Walked right over this iron. By the way, if I miss things, again, forgive me. It feels like I've got 1,000 things up in there at the same time. And I'm not going to see everything. So groan all you want. We're just going to do what we can. It's getting darker than I would prefer. Okay, here's a natural waterfall down. So maybe riding the water a little bit isn't such a bad idea. Okay, I don't even know what hit me or where I am now. We're getting mauled. Why are there so many skellies? Give me your arrows. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, see, that was professional Minecraft combat. And that could be expected throughout this as I fumble my way across the keyboard and try to convert whatever I think I'd learned in console playing to my present situation. And I can tell you right now, that is going to be a long journey for us. Whereas on the Switch, I would say I would be very comfortable going most anywhere, diving most anywhere. I feel the exact opposite. Like I'm always searching for the right thing to do, right button to press. And I'm sure there's a million ways to make it more efficient than the way I've been handling it so far. And again, shut your mouth. We got some spiders. I do like their string. Okay, that creeper is wearing a mask. How weird is that? What's that all about? He's like a floating light bulb. Hey, what's wrong with you? Ooh. Did you guys see that? Man, that is... They're like, maybe they like light up the caves for me. Are they like walking flashlights? Living torches. The human torch was denied a bank loan. Okay, that's a witch. That, if you guys remember from previous ones, I wasn't sure with the witches. They looked a little bit different to me. And I investigated, and indeed, the hat with such a point to it. Should have been a dead giveaway. And thank you very much for no reason why I should not have known. But it was, I guess, just because it looked different. There was a curiosity to it, and I had to find out. And for whatever reason, I was not fully convinced. and yeah, so again, we're not always going to make the best decisions. In fact, we will likely frequently make very questionable decisions. Oh, such as getting hit by gravel and suffocating. Is anybody else feeling a little unnerved? Okay, there's definitely something wrong with these creepers. They're giant light bulbs walking around. What is that all about? Is that something I did? Look at that. It's almost like there's a new source of electricity besides redstone, and we've got torches or creepers that are lit up. Did I not even pick up my emerald? Come on, man. Okay. We are not making a ton of progress. And I think that's because I'm just really discombobulated with trying to get things together. And the creepers, I've never been so creeped out by creepers. I really don't like those guys with the giant glowing torch heads. And my ability to defend myself is incredibly subpar. Everything is like a mortal danger. Please save me. If only I had a controller so I could control where I'm going. Okay, I think that's our original waterfall coming back around. So there's that at least. And so I mean, this area should be fairly secure at this point. And so we should be okay to descend deeper, right? Oh, see, there's a light bulb. Whoop. Avert your eyes. Thanks for all the leather caps. We should put a leather cap on one of these light bulb boys. Hey, you need a hat. Cover that up. It's ridiculous. There he is. Yeah, it's like, tell me, the light bulb did not go off properly with that guy. Oh, but that guy's not. Oh, and that guy's got purple particles, and we know what that means. Weird. So some of the creepers are walking light bulbs, and some of them look kind of normal. Like again, we've got Realism Craft add-on for Bedrock on here, and I know that there's some alterations that I've been exploring with this. But honestly, that can't be one of them. What is this noise? I'm trying to keep my eyes down. If it seems a little bit odd, part of it's that I'm terrified. And part of it's that I know that Enderman is lurking around. And they have been unkind to Ender on numerous occasions in our quest. Maybe we'll take that dripstone as well. Oof. Why is water so treacherous? Alright. It is a dripstone cave. Oh, my lord. Oh, thank goodness I remembered what my shield button was. That was closer than it needed to be. I feel like for every step that we're taking to try to get down, we're just running into more problems. Is there a way down? Maybe I should have just dropped a bucket of water a long time ago. Oh, now we're talking. Maybe we'll torch this up because I seem to be getting it from every direction here. So there's light coming down from up there. That should help keep some of the baddies away, right? That's the way it works, isn't it? This is just bonus stuff right now. We're getting some rupees for Rupert. Oh, Rupert's going to be so pleased. This is how we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to have to bribe that questionable wandering trader Rupert with these rupees. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Well, we're definitely getting a lot of rotten flesh. So, isn't that fantastic? That's what we came for. That's where we wanted to put that block as well. Because of inventory, I don't think I'm going to bother with the coal. Maybe it's time just to clean things up a touch. Little bit extra space. We really don't need that cobblestone, do we? And that means we should be able to head down. We can either use the waterfall, but I mean, this seems inviting enough. Maybe we'll clear it out so we can use it as a path back up. I might just be able to get back up that way. We shall see. And down the steps we go. Nothing bad could happen here, right? It does go down to the depth. I think the orange sign was, in fact, leading us to greatness. It's just heavily guarded. Greatness is heavily guarded. Yeah. What's this guy doing? Do you have a trident? Oh my lord. That is a drowny trident. I don't think I've ever seen them in like water that wasn't significantly deep. Is that an oddity? Look at that. There's drownings just... You're a really good swimmer. I feel like I am getting hurt a lot more than I should be. Have I lost... No, I still got some armor. I'm getting beat up. I'm getting beat up. We may have another brave Sir Robin moment. Well, we'll bravely turn our tail and flee. The sun's going down, so it's not going to get any better anytime soon. And we've got light bulbs in the middle of the cave. What is this? Okay. Well, we've come this far. And obviously, we are not well suited for caving in our discombobulated state. But we owe it to ourselves. Oh my god, Lord. Oh, don't hit me off the edge. Don't do it. Okay. Iron, I like it. This will be a safe cave for us to explore one day. Run away! Bravely run away. Like, this is how sad is it that just a zombie and a skeleton can cause this much panic and grievance? It's unbelievable. Oh, I feel like such a noob. Well, I'm obviously such a noob. I really should have honed my skills, tried to translate them from controller to PC, before being like, oh, let's do just some play and record it for the sake of posterity and for showing my daughters, my dragons, by the way, Eahnders dragons. It all seemed like a very good idea until you're in the thick of it and you realize you have no idea what you're doing. But I guess that's part of the fun. So yeah, I'm still feeling like if we can get a few more of these torches down, at least this is going to become a little safer. Oh, I did not hear that creeper. Like, I heard the fizzle, but I didn't think he was anywhere close to me. Oh, why am I on fire, by the way? That seems unnecessary. Good Lord. This is like my little safe spot where I'm like, oh, I think I'll be okay if I just hang out here. What's embarrassing is how many times I've had to retreat to the safe spot. I would like to eat. I think part of our problem here is I'm very much used to being much more established than what we are right now. And these baked potatoes, as much as I love the patates, the taters, probably not the kind of food source that I would be used to, or, the things that I've learned that, you take things for granted. When you got really heavy-ended enchanted armor and then you don't, it's a totally different ballgame. And I think part of the problem, on top of just trying to get comfortable with this stuff, is I'm just not geared up. I mean, it's as simple as that. What am I doing running around in a cave as like a test or to try to hone my skills? I mean, there'd be a lot more casual ways for me to try to get my controls figured out, try to get the stream figured out, try to get everything, like a few balls out of the air so that we can concentrate on what's in front of us. I have elected to do none of those things, and instead we just deal with the chaos of it. Welcome to the chaos. Okay, so we've got 11 torches left. Our armor is taking hits left, right, and center. Inventory is getting more full, but not of anything really particularly good. But this kind of first level slowly is getting spawn-proofed. So I know you're making fun of me. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. However, we have made progress, as little as it is. And that might make this first level of this cave, well, not first level, we've gone down a few. Come on, give me some credit. I don't mind if you guys have a standoff. I am perfectly fine with that. I could use all the help I can get. Oh, don't do it, man. Bones, bones. They're good for your heart. Wait, that's beans. Never mind. Look at all these dark areas getting so much more inviting. We must move through the darkness. Not all the way towards the light. Not recommended. But hey, this cave is starting to feel like, it's something we could use and not be in mortal peril at all times. But we are getting low on torches, so that may be what we needed, was just to get this bit kind of organized. so we can continue the exploration. Oh no, don't fall down without letting it go. Ow. Okay, seriously. Really, has that ever happened? A drowning? There's no lake here. There's no body of water. Why are they spawning in rivers? In cave streams? Like, I don't get it. Crazy. Has anybody seen that before? That is most definitely a first for me. Like, is there a temple that's out over land? Like a drowning temple? Something's not right. Again, there's emeralds here. That's like traces of Rupert, the Wandering Trader, who's, I believe, at the bottom of all the oddities. This much, our hypothesis, I believe, to be on track with Rupert being a big part of what's going on around here. That goes really deep. Yeah, I'm going to consider this getting low on torches and my blood pressure being just through the roof and not having the wherewithal to kind of keep my cool. I think we call that our first dive into what hopefully will be one heck of a cave for us. It certainly looks like it may have everything that we could possibly want. However, perplexingly, it seems to be inhabited by drowns. Since when did drowns hang out in caves and on land? Like, unless there's like an underwater lake, but I haven't seen anything to that effect. So I don't know what to make of this, to be quite honest. May as well grab some of this coal on our way back. And this is all stuff, because we haven't even got things together at home base whatsoever. These are all things that will come in handy. And I have to remind myself, because we're chilling out, because I'm just trying to get a hold of things, and there's no reason to be pushing through on a lot of this stuff. And as you can tell, pushing through or moving too fast has a very high chance of being very detrimental to our health. So much better to take our time, space things out a little bit, and bit by bit, we're getting much further ahead and not losing our head. Our history from episodes 1, 2, and 3 of... Is that more emerald? Oh, is that moss? Can I take that with me? How does that work? I feel like Was that just grass? Am I just not remembering what grass looks like because I've been caving and I'm not used to the altered look of these things? So this is the pool that we came up. That's fine. I think we kind of skirted around this way. There's lots of torches, so torches light the way. Yeah, so we can kind of get back out that way. Grab a little bit more coal to make ourselves feel better about basically just standing in place and getting rocked by skeletons and terrified by Endermen and cackled at by witches. Yes, I know that they are witches now. I heard it. Still, which is which still makes me laugh from episode 3. But we have more episodes to come, and this really was an exercise just to see if I could even figure out how to get Ender's Game into what it was always, the spirit of it always was not to go and edit and change things or make things look clean or proper or any of that. The concept was always to share a little bit of time, be present in the now, spontaneity, and enjoy being there. And in posterity, my little dragons, my daughters, might be able to look back and watch some of this as Minecraft fans, as they are now, and then maybe as they grow up, if they want to look back on any of these things. So I guess, okay, I'm going to level with you. What does all of this mean? What was the sign in orange? I guess I'm just was trying to be a cool dad, you know, if we're going to have some real talk. I have my daughters, I noticed were getting into Minecraft. I was introduced to it and had never tried it and thought, hey, let's give it a shot. Got a Switch for the girls. They loved it. And I guess this is all probably just because I wanted to be the cool dad. That is the orange sign that represents right there. And so maybe one day my dragons will look back or watch some of these videos and streams and be like, oh, how cool is that? My dad was playing Minecraft and streaming. Why are these guys light bulbs? That is terrifying. And so yeah, there's my admission to you. Is I think that's where all this came from. I mean, admittedly, it makes me feel really special. There's a lot of enjoyment in this for myself as I dig into a hole. Oh my lord, that is an evil laugh. Oh, can you hear that? It sounds like that witch is right on top of me. Okay, everybody be quiet. Oh no. Okay, wait, that's just the poison. No, please don't. I'm terrified right now. Breathe. Okay, there goes the poison. I've got some food. This is really... We're going to podcast here for a bit. You're just going to have to listen to me cower in the darkness. I was trying to share a special moment with y'all, and so you could understand my motivations for doing something that I know nothing about. And I gotta tell you that there's been so much enjoyment, a ton of frustration, a lot of challenges, but it's been an incredible learning experience to this point, just to get to this point, which is nowhere. It's just kind of being out there playing some Minecraft because it's an amazing game. So welcome to our craft. Welcome to Eahnders Game. Welcome to the question, can I figure out how to do any of this without meeting my immediate end? And I got to tell you right now, chances aren't looking good. Probably not going to get many votes to say that we're going to figure this out, but it's not going to stop us from trying. So let's see what happens. And maybe you guys could give me some advice or help me out here, because this is ridiculous. Do I have any torches left? No. Oh, I can hear her inside my head. I don't even know which way to dig because I can't see. Let's see. Maybe we can save ourselves. Hey, why did that not craft? We are in the darkness. Oh my god. This is horrible. Somebody save me. Please. Okay. We can do this. This is where we make our brave stand and shed our fears of brave Sir Robin. We will face the witch. Why am I underwater? What is happening? Oh my god. Oh. Oh my lord. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful terror of what that was. Oh my god. That, oh no. Did that thing just blow up all of my gear too? How much do you want to bet that just took all my gear away? I wouldn't be at all surprised. I literally I was frozen in fear. If you're wondering what happened there, is I just couldn't get past I couldn't get my mind to work. There's too much. It was too much. We'll bring some apples because obviously that's gonna save us. It's daytime, so they should all be gone, right? No big deal. Let's go find our brave stand. Is this? Where were we? We were right here in the cliff, weren't we? We jumped down, and I could have sworn that we were right in this area here. We dug a little hole to try to save ourselves, and then thought we could figure it out, and then just became absolutely paralyzed in fear. Does that sound about right? Is that your recollection of it as well? Oh, there's my gear there. So it was there. Good lord. We need to get our stuff. Oh, there's the crafting table. Why can't I just click this so that it goes into my inventory? I guess just put everything in here. So I can figure out how to put things on. Got a shield, that's good. Bones. There's my iron. Take that. Okay. Not really sure if we got all of our stuff. Ooh, look at the fog. All right, so we'll leave this as a beautiful testament to our brave stand where we decided we would never back down, never surrender, and we made the right decision. That was absolutely what we should have done, and nothing bad could come of it or ever would. It's not like a witch would be too much for a brave Minecraft player to handle. That, no. It's all good. So, what a successful trip to the caves, guys. Look at us go. We are off and on our way. Maybe we can get some of our spoils back home. And I've been taking a look at our base, if you can call it that. And it is so rudimentary. But in episodes 1, 2, and 3, we had some plans for some extensions to make room. Now, I don't want to spend a ton of time building out, and I like to do it piece by piece. So I really don't have a plan for what the next bit will be exactly or what it'll be used for. But I do find that having done huge mega builds and things like that in other worlds, that it's very rarely used. The space, it just ends up with a big empty interior space. And I mean, look at us. We've got grass as flooring. So we're not going to be, building out and making things beautiful. But what we will do is we'll dress it up and we'll make it look a little bit nicer. But I don't need something that's going to take up and just be a huge thing across this whole island. I just need enough space for some of the things we might use. And then, of course, as you get moving in a Minecraft world, such as this one, you never know where you may end up. So I don't know how much time we're going to spend on building it out, although I do have this love that Minecraft has built in me for building. So I know that it will happen. In fact, it can completely take you over. But I think, again, this is going to be something where we don't really plan it out and we run off of spontaneity and what the world offers to us. And so we will continue with that feeling as we move forward. This has been one heck of a trial run to try to get a sense of what doing all of this live might be like. And I don't even know if it's really working, to be quite honest with you. So I don't want to run a stream too long without even knowing if it's successfully doing what it needs to do, audio-wise and things like that. But outside of the gameplay stuff, that's something for me as a challenge to figure out. I hope you can understand why I'm talking about it a little bit, because it is a whole lot of what I'm trying to do, and it all feels like it's happening at the same time to such an extent that I can barely concentrate on just doing what's in front of me. So if you stick with me, maybe we'll get a little bit better at this, and who knows what kind of stuff we might find. So again, thanks for being here for Eahnders Game. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you again soon.